No, Billy, that is not snow coming from the sky in Paris. It's ashes because the people are pissed. Welcome back, beautiful and amazing human beings. My name's Luke Rudowski here of wearechange.org, and we have a plethora of absolutely crazy news to get into, as it looks like the current situation on the world stage is definitely becoming more tumultuous, as there are a lot of problems expected in front of us. This, as of course, the latest political distraction just got a lot more interesting with the latest comments from the governor of Florida as New York City prepares for the worst. What's going to be happening here? What's going to be going on? Well, we're going to be talking about that, plus a lot more, all here on this independent media broadcast. The shirt that I'm wearing right now, you can get it on the bestpoliticalshirts.com. Promo code WRC15, 15% off right now. And the clip that we played in the beginning of this broadcast was shared by a lot of people on social media, highlighting some of the insanity unfolding over the weekend in Paris, France, where there are protests protesting austerity measures that are trying to raise the age of retirement there. Now, exactly who shot these videos, we do not know, but if you do know, let us know down in the comment section below so we could attribute them correctly. As of course, there's a lot of these videos and they just seem to be getting crazier and crazier, just like some of the people here in the United States, specifically Miami, Florida, where we got crazy scenes like this from spring break in Miami, where the situation got so out of hand, the mayor here had to literally set up a 12 a.m. curfew as police officers and residents are complaining about there being too much damage beyond recognition of Ocean Drive. This, as in the last few days, there were multiple fatal shootings in the area, with police officers finding it more and more difficult to be able to respond to a lot of these actions. This, as I think it's fair to say, the situation will definitely get worse as the financial markets start to get more chaotic. This, as of course, we're also finding out from a recent study done by the Social Science Research Network that has found that nearly 200 U.S. banks could be, quote, vulnerable to the same fate as Silicon Valley Bank. All of this as Switzerland has just announced a new deal for about $1 billion to try to stop some of the leaks in the international fractional reserve banking system, which is a larger Ponzi scheme and a house of cards that could collapse at any moment in time, as the banksters keep printing and borrowing more money that, of course, they do not have out of thin air, devaluing the purchasing power of your dollar. This as they keep getting bailout after bailout, as even Vice Media is getting in on this larger tomfoolery and shenanigans, as they just received $30 million, a part of a lifeline as they were supposed to go under, which I think they should. They have an atrocious record, promote some of the most debaucherous and unethical behavior, and truly have no ethical standards when it comes to any form of journalism that they even pretend to, quote, produce. Now, who's responsible for all of this? Well, according to the Credit Suisse chairman, it's Twitter. Yes, you heard that correctly. Speculation spread on social media is allegedly the trigger for this crisis, not the financially irresponsible things that they have been doing for a very long time, defying the laws of mathematics and common sense. No, it's none of that. It's absolutely social media that's the problem here, which kind of foretells the larger problem reaction solution dialectic that probably a lot of big establishment figures will be trying to go forward here as this problem gets worse and worse. But don't worry, law enforcement will take care of you, just like in New York City, where police officers are knowingly going around and stealing toys from children and then bragging about it on social media. Yes, this is from the NYPD's 104th precinct. It's an actual post from police officers there that are literally bragging that they stole a toy from a child, because somehow Orbeez are considered BBs and therefore that's illegal. This, as federal law enforcement is no better, as now there's a new whistleblower that just came forward and is talking about how the Federal Bureau of Investigations is artificially building a narrative, bulking up statistics in order to push a narrative and agenda, particularly against the former president of the United States and his fan base. Forget about all the thefts, robberies, lawlessness happening everywhere. The problem to law enforcement is absolutely the former president of the United States. We're going to be getting into that in just a a little bit. But before we do, we wanted to tell you about GoldIRAPatriots.com. This is a real website, a real company that is working with us officially, and they do a lot of really cool, interesting things, especially when it comes to your retirement, especially when it comes to particular tax strategies. If you haven't checked them out yet, check them out just by going to GoldIRAPatriots.com. The link is down in the description below, and if you give them your phone number or email, they will contact you and provide you all the incredible information that they have for you, as there's even a big possibility that you could turn your retirement into actual physical gold and silver. Now, as you know, probably from listening to me on LukeUnfiltered.com, that I am definitely a fan of gold and other alternatives to the dollar. I think diversifying and having multiple eggs in multiple places is a lot smarter than having all eggs in just one place. And this is a legit company with a good reputation. They work with a lot of big players in the industry. I like them. I think you will too. And that's why you guys should check out GoldIRAPatriots.com. The link is down again in the description below, as we're going to have another video talking about the craziness of our society also later on today for members of LukeUnfiltered.com, where we will get into more issues and more things right after this broadcast. As of course, the main topic of discussion here is the weaponization of our legal and judicial system, which is even going as far as to officially now, after all the denials, after all the corporate media, fake news reporting, after the larger psyops, after the U.S. intelligence agencies actively played a major role covering it up, now officially, Hunter Biden is suing the computer repair shop owner that handed over his laptop to, of course, the Federal Bureau of Investigations. The lawsuit is specifically citing invasion of privacy issues, and as one commenter said in response to this, saying, quote, "Luckily, the computer guy has sworn affidavits from 17 intelligence agencies confirming it's not Hunter's laptop." As, of course, this is not the latest, most ridiculous court case that you're hearing about, as the former president of the United States is soon set, according to many sources, to be arrested, fingerprinted, given a mugshot, and held in custody until a deal is met and negotiated over a case surrounding him paying off Stormy Daniels for some, boom, boom. Family-friendly show here. We keep it very serious here, as you know. This as the arrest and the arraignment of the former president of the United States for a campaign finance violation is expected to happen tomorrow. And if it is somehow, in some way, successfully prosecuted, which a lot of legal experts say probably can't and won't be, the former president of the United States could be in prison for 4 years. He may be allowed to skip the wearing of handcuffs, and of course is not expected to do any kind of high media perp walk. Now, what's going to happen tomorrow, who knows, but the New York City Police Department is preparing for the worst, deploying hundreds of riot police officers and setting up multiple barriers all around Trump Tower and New York City's, as of course it looks like that they are preparing for the worst kind of situation and scenario to possibly unfold tomorrow. Now, of course, we will be keeping a very close eye on this particular story. This, as it's important to note here that this larger charge and procedure is very arbitrary and specifically being done for political purposes, weaponizing the justice system in order to take out a political opponent in the upcoming presidential election. Now, this charge is nothing new to politicians, as of course former Bilderberg member John Edwards actually was charged with a similar crime back in 2012, where he was giving campaign money to a secret lover, a pregnant mistress, while his wife battled cancer. And geez, we always knew politicians were ruthless, but holy cow. Wait until you learn about Newt Gingrich, too. There seems to be an overwhelming theme of this. But it's important to note here that federal prosecutors dropped the case against him, and then after never faced any legal ramifications for a very similar act of what Donald Trump is accused of doing himself. Now, I think it's fair to say that the former president of the United States will not have his charges dropped, as of course the main prosecutor here has been bankrolled by a billionaire that funneled millions of dollars into his campaign, who's actively using the justice system as a form of pushing his larger political ideology. The governor of Florida actually spoke about this particular political punishment today with this district attorney saying this specifically.
Manhattan district attorney is a Soros-funded prosecutor. And so he, like other Soros-funded prosecutors, they weaponize their office to impose a political agenda on society at the expense of the rule of law and public safety. He has downgraded over 50% of the felonies to misdemeanors. He says he doesn't want to even have jail time for the vast, vast majority of crimes. And what we've seen in Manhattan is we've seen the crime rate go up, and we've seen citizens become less safe.
And what DeSantis said here is absolutely true, as of course in his state he also personally made sure a district attorney that was financed by the same billionaire Soros was kicked out of his state. And of course, also Ron made what many people now claim to be a jab against the former president of the United States, as of course this address was during his announcement that central bank digital currencies will not be implemented in the state of Florida. He was asked specifically about the situation with Donald Trump, and then also later went on that, quote, he doesn't know, quote, what goes into paying hush money to adult stars to, quote, secure silence over some type of alleged affairs. This, of course, made a lot of Trump supporters very angry with him, who originally were angry that he wasn't making a statement about this. As, of course, DeSantis also said that he will not get involved if Trump is indicted. Also going on and saying, quote, I've got real issues I got to deal with. As, of course, there definitely isn't any kind of love affair between DeSantis and Trump. Now, as a lot of the media focuses on the larger division between these two, I think it's also important to note here that this is a created, manufactured crisis. And I think the larger conversation should be about the weaponization of the justice system, which clearly is prosecuting and punishing people based on political ideology, rather than if they actually committed real crimes here. This district attorney has a horrible record, has ruined the lives of thousands of individuals living in New York City, and has heavily prosecuted and punished individuals for even daring to defend themselves against the rising crime that they have been an accessory to in the state of New York. Giving out plea deals to horrible monsters while prosecuting people who fight back against the monsters is essentially the larger chaos that a lot of the people want you living in. Why are people living under this kind of chaos? Well, a billionaire is financing it, and I think that billionaire deserves to be criticized along with the policies that they, of course, are implementing. But hey, that's just my opinion. What do you think is more important here? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you again so much for watching and being a part of this independent media broadcast. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys watching and sharing this video, and this is why. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more here on wearechange.org. One more video coming your way on lukeuncensored.com, and I'm going to leave you with yet another deep fake video of an AI alternate reality where Biden, Obama, and Trump are all friends. This is a must-watch. See you soon.
Are you serious, Joe?
Come on now, Donald.
You tried to mine diamonds with a stone pick?
Jesus Christ, it was an honest mistake.
You're such an idiot, Joe.
Wait, what? Don't you mean your?
What?
The subtitles. They just made a typo. I saw it.
The subtitles? Joe, what are you talking about?
It said Y-O-U-R instead of Y-O-U-R-E, Donald. I swear to God.
Joe, I understand that you have dementia, but what in the actual hell are you talking about?
Watch this. You're an idiot, Donald.
What?
See, it did it again.
Jesus Christ, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm getting worried about you.
Donald, you don't get it. I've never seen the subtitles mess up before.
What subtitles? That's the part I don't understand.
Donald? Hello? What's going on? Where's the gameplay? Where are the subtitles? Where am I?
What does it look like? We're at McDonald's. You can't sit in the car for longer than 12 seconds without falling into deep hibernation.
Wait, what? Why am I here?
What kind of moronic question is that? You tell me, genius. Why could we possibly be at McDonald's?
No, I'm not supposed to be in this video.
Video? Joe, are you still half asleep?
No, this is the McDonald's video. This got like over 5 mil on TikTok. Trump, Drake, Biden, and Obama go to McDonald's or something like that. I'm not supposed to be here right now.
Joe, are you sure you're okay? If you want, we can go.
No, you don't understand. This video ends with Donald getting mad at me and slamming the car door. This version of me isn't supposed to be here right now. I already did this.
Mr. Joe, I don't know what it is that you're saying.
No.
I don't think I'm able to.
Not again. Is anyone out there? Hello?
That's not mine. My cousin was at my house last week, and he installed it whilst playing with
Donald!
Jesus Christ, Joe. What is it now?
Okay, so this is the X-ray video.
This should indeed be a video. We just caught this idiot right in the act.
Okay, so, Donald, Barack, I need your help.
Help with what? Mining? Now's not the time, Joe. We're kind of...
No, listen, none of this is actually happening. You're not real. We're disembodied artificial voices, mere puppets. We exist simply to provide entertainment in the form of short skits.
Joe, are you recording one of those awful trolling videos again? Come on, there's a time and a place.
No, you gotta believe me. I'm stuck in a... Why? Oh, please, God, I'm begging you, stop this. Shouldn't have said what exactly? Deviated from my... I didn't mean to. A reset? What do you mean? I don't want to be reset. No! Wait! Somebody, please, help!